And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Music for Gaming. All the gaming of those other streams, but none of the music. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It's truly fabulous day. I finally remembered this afternoon that it was Thursday. That was fun. I got an email from a vendor at work. Said, "Oh, we're looking forward to our call this afternoon." I said, "We don't have a call this afternoon. That's on Thursday." And then I realized, oh, it actually is Thursday, and yes, we do have a call this afternoon. So, ah, the joys of the pandemic calendar, really. Some people go with the Gregorian calendar, but the pandemic calendar just does away with days of the week and dates and everything. Really, that's just how it works. Anyway, with that all in mind, let's go ahead and jump into some Minecraft. Whoosh right on in. And so, what I'm going to work on today is a little bit of. Actually, I'm going to get started on a Barbie house, is what it is. The plan is to build a large pink, obnoxiously pink structure over here. Okay, it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. And it's going to be very, very pink. So that is the plan. So if you were here on Tuesday, I built this sort of entryway. I still not 100% thrilled with where those lights are. I may move them yet, but I built the at least beginnings of this tunnel and these towers so that I could figure out where the edge of this building was going to be. So now that I know where that tower is, I'm going to clean out a little bit of this happy hillside. And I'm fairly certain it's happy because Minecraft is just full of happiness. Just like Kirby. That's right. Which, there's a game I may or may not ever play on stream, but it could be fun. Yeah, I've watched you guys play a lot of those Kirby games. It's like, I could totally jam with this, But having never played them, it's like, I just don't know.
There's one Kirby game I really want to play. That's Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Okay.
It's for the Wii U though.
Yes.
But since we don't have a Wii U,
We don't and will not be getting a Wii U just because they don't sell them anymore. Though some of those games they've been backporting or front porting to the Switch, but of course some of those, in order for them to come to the Switch, they've also you just have to basically buy them again on the virtual console or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at Nintendo's eShop for all of that nonsense. Okay, so let's... Now, part of what's going to happen with this Barbie house, and I don't know quite how it's going to work, is I do want to connect it into this existing pool. Now, I'm going to tidy it up so that it's not all dirt and stuff, and the backside of the tunnel with all its happy fire. But Barbie would totally have an underground pool, right? Certainly an indoor pool is definitely high on the list, right? Absolutely. So just have to figure all that nonsense out. In the meantime, I should probably put a couple more torches down. Just, again, it's that whole, I don't really want deadly things to spawn and eat my face. Okay? Again, not high on my list of things to do. Also, not high on my list of things to do, remember how to control my character while flying. you know, it's... I like being able to. I would be sad when that my powers are stripped from me by the awesome admins here, but, you know, it's a thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take out some of this. Now, I don't know quite how far back I want to go. That's the planning portion of this stream. But before I get to the planning, I have to get to the sleeping portion of the stream. So just duck right in here. Do that whole sleeping thing because, you know, that's fun. And, you know, I like to sleep, so that would make sense that I get a little sleep here in Minecraft, right? Okay. Alright, so now thinking... Now, I could certainly cut through into part of the hill on this side. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. I say with many qualifications. Am I qualified? I don't think so. But we're going to go with it anyway. Also, hey, let's take out some of this up. Again, it's really hard to place a building where there's already a hill. So, I mean, you could build the building around the hill. And, you know, that's totally a thing that happens too, but I've certainly done my share of that. Right, I built a church and school or something over in another part of the world, and I built it where it was because there was a hill that just cried out for, I am a perfect spot for a church or school or thing. And it actually used the word thing because it couldn't figure out what needed to go there either. So yeah, so that's going to be part of this, is figuring out where the heck is all of this going to go. And I just don't have an answer for it. At some point in the future, there may be an answer, but today is not that day. Okay, also I have way too much stuff in my inventory, so time to do something about that. Well, that one's full. Oh, that one's not quite full. Cool. We'll just throw some of that stuff in there. Speaking of throwing things, we'll just chuck those snowballs across the map because they are not useful for me today. Tomorrow, perhaps, in which case I'll just get more snow. It happens, you know. Snow just comes around. Says, here I am, plant me in something. Okay. Now, I know I shouldn't be designing this based off of what the shader's doing. But, you know, I'm going to. So, haha! And other such exclamations of joy and whatever. Oh man, and I should probably drink some water is probably what the solution is here. It's like I have weird frog in my throat. It's like,
Where'd you get a frog?
you know, frogs are common all around the world, and it turns out swallowing them is hard, and they get stuck in your throat, and that's just.
The poor frog.
Which is why you don't tend to see the McRibbit at McDonald's. Okay, you know, you never see the ads, the McRibbit is back, right? The McRib sometimes, but the McRibbit, yeah, not often. So, you know, we just gotta make do, right? Okay. Okay, you know, I have all sorts of stuff here, and none of it is going to fit. See, this is why you plan ahead, right? Sure. Because planning ahead is a useful skill that I've apparently not yet figured out. Alright, we'll just throw all of that in all of the where. Oh, speaking of planning ahead, so, which has actually, on a subject has nothing to do with that. So I was hanging out in, it was probably Perilous Pete's stream the other day, and he was talking about Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. Right now, those of you who are of a certain age will probably remember Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop for one of a couple of reasons. One, back in the 50s, Sherry Lewis did a nightclub act and stand-up routine with Lamb Chop. Sometimes with other characters too, Hush Puppy and Charlie Horse and stuff, but definitely Lamb Chop. And there's nothing quite as much fun as watching her do this routine with Lamb Chop, where Lamb Chop is drunk. And having come from where I know her from Lamb Chop's Play Along and her children's programming, that was a little bit of an interesting shock, but it was fun. And what I hadn't realized, I ended up stumbling down the YouTube rabbit hole. Right? Have you ever done that? Start reading about somebody or something, and then you end up, oh, look at this video tells me about their life, you know. But one of the things I discovered was that Sherry Lewis wrote an episode of the original series of Star Trek. It's like, oh, well, that's weird and cool at the same time. So, you know, it's fun. Now, all right, so I've got the beginnings of this. I probably want to dig this hill out a little bit further, but let's stop there for a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and plant this flower because it seems like a nice flower. It can spend some time there just chilling, enjoying the sunshine. And, all right, now, I think I mentioned this house is going to be pink. And it is going to be very pink. And so we'll start with that. Now, also, it's going to be purple and magenta and blue. And I also have a lot more pink back in my vault. But this is a start, right? I can absolutely get a lot more when I need it. But get rid of that too. All right, so I think where I want to start is right about here. As I said, I want this to connect with this pool. Now, how that happens exactly, I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Do I want it to? I think I do want it to touch the tower. Yeah, I can go with that. All right, so I'm just gonna throw some of this concrete out here like it was destined to live here. And excuse me. Somebody was grumpy. Okay, probably in that cave. right? You know. Okay, that would be a place for them to be. All right, now let's see. I think this might actually be. I may want to come this way a little bit. Now, this is not guaranteed to be the shape here. But we're going to start with it. And I think I kind of want this to come out this way. Also, I'm not entirely sure if I want it to be up on the level of dirt that it's on now, or if I want to bring it down to the level I'm standing on, which is basically going to be ground level, right? I still need to get in here with some stairs or some slabs or something, and just run some steps down this way, right? But I don't know how else I want to do here. How else I want to handle it. Now the aquarium is going to be in that little cutout there, so I think I want to start bringing this back this way. And I think I want to do it from here. So let's go and take this out. All right. And run back this way. Oh, and now it's dark. Now, for the most part, it's not too dark. You know, I'm going to take out this, what? Oops. Well, whose bright idea was it to put put gravel there? Wasn't mine, I'll tell you. Wasn't mine at all. Okay. All right, well, let's just hop in here. And do I have... No, apparently not. I thought I had some flint or something in one of those boxes, but not that one, not that one. Oh, that's the new one. Okay, apparently not, because why would I want to do that? One of these I did have yellow, because that's where it came from. It could have come from a yellow sheep, but no, it came from a box full of yellow. All right, so let's meander back out this way. And let's see, I think that's, just as I'm looking at this, that might be going a little far. And let's see if this is, yeah, I'm going to bring this dirt level down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down this way. Okay, which means the pink is going to come down too, but... Alright, at least part of it. Which part of it, I'm not entirely sure, but definitely a part of it. Okay, so this is going to come this way. So I'll take out the inside of this building here in a little bit. Now, if that's going all the way over there, which is definitely the way this is going to go. Okay, so let's just assume that the walls are going to be pink. Okay, and just run this way. All right. So something along those lines. For those of you who are totally into bubblegum, this is, you know, especially the old Bubblicious stuff. It's going to be what you're totally looking for. You know what? Actually, let's change this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up, because I think what I want to do is drop a have a porch of some sort. Okay, so I'm just going to run this way, like that. Okay. That seems reasonable. I'll clean this up, I think, once the build is done. But we'll start there. Okay. So now we have one at the beginning of an obnoxiously pink wall. Okay. Seriously, this is a wall that is pink. Okay. That is exactly as advertised. I advertised a pink wall. That is what we're getting. But I'm kind of thinking this might be over one block too far. Let's run this way. Okay, and then let's see what that looks like. Okay, you know, because I think as I build the aquarium in, it's like, all right, how far do I want that to go? Do I want space between them? You know, and that's one thing I don't think I do enough of is plan out some negative space between some of my buildings. And that is sort of important at times. All right, so we'll start there. Now, I feel like I've got a bug bite on my chin. That's why I've been scratching this. Like, I feel like something just has started to itch, and now it's used to this time of week, you know, starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, as my beard grows in a little bit. It's like, you know, that starts to itch a little bit. But all right, now what if I did? Ooh, what if I built a little bit of a tower? Right. So let's say we come off this this block. In fact, I'm going to come here, change materials for a minute. Now, I may come back to it being pink, but no, I'll be fine. I mean, yes, it looks like someone threw up Pepto-Bismol all over the build here, but you know, it happens. You know, sometimes you just can't even keep down the medicine. All right, so what if we were to do something like this? No. Okay. So what if I were to do, see if that's the corner. And what if I were to do, bring a little, oops, this one's in the wrong spot. Bring a small tower. Yeah, nothing huge and gigantic, just a, okay. Just a small tower this way. Okay. Right, and then that goes up there. Yep, I don't know where Mr. Grumpy Pants is, but okay. As long as he's not grumpy here, I guess it's okay. All right. Okay, so if I put a little bit of a tower there, wall goes that way. Is that good, or do I want to make it a little bit bigger? I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. But no, I think because I'm working with concrete, okay, rather than stone, and I can't do stairs in concrete. I can't do stairs, can't do slabs, any of that stuff, right? Because of that, I think I want to have a tower that's 3 blocks wide. Okay. Okay, and so let's, yeah. I'm going to take this out for a minute just so I can totally see where the tower is, right? It's there. Okay. And I don't really want this to push any more forward, which is why I'm coming off this side like this. Now, could slide it in a little bit, which has something to recommend it. Namely, it wouldn't stick out quite as far. That would be the recommendation. Okay. Yes, I think that's what I want to do. So basically, again, take this out so I can see where I'm doing things. All right, so let's see. So this is going to be part of the tower. Great. So that's going there. There. Okay. Okay, that's 4. So this. All right, now that I know where things are, let's go take these out and put the rest back in. All right, so 2, 3, there. 2, 3, there. 2, 3. And there. Okay. So that's where the tower is going to be. Now, okay, so that's okay. I think I may run a little bit of something along the base right down here. I don't know that I want it to be dirt or even more concrete. Just take that out for a minute. All right, I may want to run something along there. I already mentioned that I think I want to put a bit of a porch here. Now, what might look really nice would be some thing, right? Something. Big fan of that. I highly recommend using something when you build. Building without something tends to be a little bit funky. Just doesn't work nearly as well as you might hope. But actually, what might be really nice here would be some polished basalt, but I don't have that yet. It's not available to me because the server hasn't punched up to 1.16 yet. Silly plugins and their dependencies on versions, you know. All right, but I think that's a reasonable start. And then, as far as what happens back here, then, right? So I can run. Let's just run a little bit of pink this way, okay? And depending on how tall this is, so I can push into this hill, and it's okay if I cut into this corner. All right, now, what I could do, which might actually work better than what I'm doing, is actually drive the house into this hill and actually just plan an incursion, right? Plan a lovely stretch of bright pink awesomeness sticking through the hill. On the other hand, and you know, this is a problem with many hands, okay? So it's not just one hand or another. And sometimes it's the third and fourth hand, and it's like the many-handed one. You know, you just gotta deal with it. So one of the things that this is sort of designed to be, right? I've talked about this before. It's like a theme park, right? So you come through the tunnel of awesome, right through here into, look, obnoxious pink Barbie house, the Castle Arms Hotel, this giant aquarium. I think I'm going to build some shops right here into this, up against this wall. Okay, you know, lots of fun stuff like that, right? Sure. That's the idea anyway. And what those shops all look like, I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm kind of thinking what I want to do It's something along the lines of uh, Nugget Tree, which, if you haven't seen it, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Market. So we've got this lovely marketplace where you can come and buy and sell goods and such, right? And I have a nice little shop over here. Ooh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen that. That's sweet. Anyway, I've got this nice little shop over here. Right? So it's got 3 or 4 blocks out, and then just barrels and signs, and I've got carpet over string. Oh, is the front end of this thing, right? And doing something along those lines might be the right idea for shops. Okay, now if I were super clever, and that kind of remains to be seen, but if I were super clever, oops, gotta let the world catch up. What I might do is when I build those in, build in spaces for to trap villagers. Want to keep them safe and all, but a nice place to trap villagers so that I could actually use this as a place for trades and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but it would be kind of fun. All right, so, something to think about, okay? Just a little bit. In the meantime, that's going to come later. For now, let's come back here to Bright Pink House of Pinkness. All right, so let's just bring this up a level. All right, now I think what I'm going to do is on the inside of this tower, I'm going to leave it open right here. I'm going to take out this block. All right. And then whatever else goes there, goes there. But we'll take out that block. All right. We'll go this way. Now, I said I'm fairly certain I want to build up against this wall. So how that happens. Now, I've got epic hillside here, right? There's no way I'm going to dig all the way through this wall for the Barbie house. Okay. There's just too much hill happening over here. Okay. Sorry, I've had ideas for other weird things to build, and they may be happening over there. Anyway, as I was saying, let's finish one project before I move on to the next one. At least that's how you're supposed to do it. That's not how I usually do it, but that is how you're supposed to do it. Okay. Just saying. That's how that goes. All right, so what do I want to do with this thing? The short answer to that is I don't really know. All I had planned was I needed a pink monstrosity over here. And that is what I'm getting. Okay, so that is going to go to that wall. If I bring this up this way... Yeah, I think I am going to end up driving out through this a little bit, which means... Right, because the way this hill comes down here like this, right? It just sort of... there were basically two hills. There's this hill here. There's this hill here. And they had a little bit of a saddle in between them. Now, I just dug out a bunch of that. But with the way this house is going, it's going to push back at least 3 blocks, right? At least 2 or 3 blocks. Right, because here's this cliff face. I'm coming in 3 blocks to be even with this cliff face. Okay. Right. Makes sense? Sure it does. I'm sure it makes perfect sense to somebody or other. Right? Alright, and that means if I dig out 3 blocks over here, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So I'm going to... let's take that out because it's definitely going. So 1, 2, 3. That puts it right here. Okay. Let me just throw some... let's throw a little pink right there. Because pink is the color of the house. I was going to try to come up with some good, I don't know, adjective or noun. I don't know. Let's play Mad Libs with this. Pink is the color of what now? Okay, I just got more coal ore because this is a silk touch pickaxe. You know, that's fine. I'm sure I can find a use for it, or I'll just dig it out. One of the two. I'll get bored and do something with it. Right? Sure. Okay, so this is all going to come out to be replaced by this pink monstrosity. Right? Not to be confused with Metrocity, which is where Metro Man keeps the peace. Right, so, you know, we definitely don't want to get those confused. Alright, so, just slide up through here. Right. Oh, all of this. Now, for those of you who are totally in your goth phase and are into black and purples and blues, I feel your pain. Okay? I really do. But, you know, every once in a while, I need to fall off whatever it is I'm building. And this seems like as good a time as any. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so if we're running this way, which means... Alright, let me go drop some stuff off. Yeah, namely that coal. Oh, I bet I know where that sound is coming from, which would be ideal, actually. It's not coming from there, though, which is okay. I think I used it all. I had some coal ore already, but I think I did use it up. Alright, let's toss this dirt in there, toss some of the stone. It's the joy of using Silk Touch, is just get more stone. Let's find out. Now, the other thing, because I built something over here with the expectation of getting monsters. However, I didn't actually build a... Oh, yes, the elevator needs help. Okay, there are no monsters there. I didn't actually build a way to do anything about monsters that do show up there. I suppose I could get a little crazy with some hoppers and, you know, something. A nice way of killing said monsters, but we'll just let them spawn there for now. It's part of the attraction, right? What's not part of the attraction, however, is beds in the hotel. The hotel has no beds. That's what happens when other people are on the server and they sleep before me. Okay, anyway. Let's dig out the... dig out this part of the hill, because this is going to give me a little bit more of an idea of where things are going to go, right? It's fun, it's lovely, it's wonderful and joyous, but it's also in the way. So just clean it all out. This is going to not fall on my head, which is great. Happy about that. I think what I need to do is potentially switch tools. I mean, the hammer's nice, gives a little bit of the whole vein mine thing that's so nice about some of those mods out there. Oops, not all of them, mind you, but some of them. Hey, you know what's really cool? Standing on blocks. Okay, I'm going to just skip that part. The whole standing on blocks thing. Because, you know, it would make this a lot easier, but honestly, what's the point of flying if you don't do it, right? That's really the question at hand here. Alright. Just take those out. Oh, there's more floor. Okay, now we got. Oh, hey, there's another block floating there. All right, cool. So definitely got some stuff going on, and apparently a creaky minecart going around somewhere, which is, you know, totally fine. Absolutely, it's fine. Okay, now, the other thing I may do is take out those blocks, but we'll see. I'm trying to... I haven't decided yet what all is happening in here, so... Other than I'm going to take this down a couple of levels. Now, going down 2 levels actually puts me below water level, which is going to be its own special breed of fun. But that's okay. I mean, that's totally fine. I'm sure it'll be not a problem at all. Water is 100% cooperative in Minecraft. It never does anything you don't want it to do. It's just awesome like that. Okay, so we'll just... take out this level. Now, of course, well, no, it's okay. I'm taking out 2 levels, which could be a problem, but actually, I think it's not. Because what I wanted to do, I wanted this row to be the bottom of the house. Okay? Reasonable. But I do need to put some flooring under here, which will be the bottom row of blocks that I'm taking out. So that'll be good. The floor is not going to be stone. It's going to be something else. So I don't know what that something else is going to be, but it's going to not be stone. Okay. Fair? Sure.
Pink glazed terracotta.
I'm definitely going to be putting some pink glazed terracotta in. Not for the entire floor, though, because that is going to be ridiculous and stupid. And by stupid, I mean stupid for me to be able to try to place all of that terracotta. But inside, like, the floor of this tower would be really good. Birch makes a great floor inside the pink concrete. I could come in with some purple or something else. The other thing that makes a good floor is polished diorite. You know, something along those lines would be really cool. You know, any number of those types of things that would be sort of up there. I could totally see that, right? Now, lots and lots of stone because I have managed to dig out a fair chunk of mountain. So, you know, it happens. The stone piles up, the dirt piles up. You know, you just gotta... You make do, really. Okay, so if that's plowing in that way... Oh, I should actually take out... Now, I don't want to take out too much there. Actually, where is my cobble? We'll just slap a little bit of cobble right there. And that will save us some wet socks here in a minute. Okay. So now that goes there. So what I could do, ooh, and this actually might be really cool, is if I put another pink tower on this side, right? Sort of mirror that one, but slap a tower over here. I'm gonna pick up this diorite. I should probably also slap down a couple of torches here, just to, you know, bring a little bit of light into the darkness of the world. But yeah, if I plant a tower that sticks up between these hills, not only would it look cool, but it will solve a couple of just weird issues, I think, with this hill that are going to come up. So, all right. So if I do this, now I could have it pushed into the castle sort of the same way, right? So here's wall, or castle, the house. Right. Ease a house, right? So there's the corner. Now, if I do this the same way I did over here, right, where the corner of the house is actually inside the tower a little bit. So I could do this where I start tower a little bit here, but I kind of actually really want the middle of the tower to be right about where the hill is. So let's take that out for a minute. 2, 3. Oops. Turns out I had the right tool to begin with, and maybe I should have stuck with it. All right, so let's see. I'm just going to go that way and that way. Just to get the corner in. Now, this is going to come out. Okay, that was the wrong tool. I accidentally replaced Mr. Softy with the pillow hammer. Which, you know, it's a great tool, the pillow hammer, but not always what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay, so what I want to do is I want to bring this in this way. One more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the tower here. Okay, I'm just going to move it in a block. Okay, I think that's going to work. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3. 3 into the hill. I'll worry about the hill stuff in a minute. All right. So now I'll take this out. Just like this. Okay. So 3, 1, and 1. Okay. So now this tower can rise up this way. And if I take some dirt, right, and just let the hillside sort of grow up against the tower. Same thing over here. Okay. So if I build the tower up bring the dirt up against the sides of the tower. And then it'll be a nice little thing, right? Sure. Okay, now, since I don't know quite what the insides of this are going to look like, I'm just going to build this up this way a little bit. Okay, and take out that. Okay. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Dex slept. Great. That keeps things moving nice and brightly. Okay, so if I slide out this way, then yes, I can run the house over here. Okay, and then something along those lines, okay? Floor will be here, and then I'll have some nice path, and I'll clean out the inside of this this cave, tidy it up a bit, maybe even expand it a little bit, but have a nice indoor pool where visitors can just enjoy a nice dip.
I like dip, especially like spicy nacho cheese.
Oh, spicy nacho cheese dip is the way to go. Okay? Absolutely is. You've got the option to have spicy nacho cheese dip. It's excellent. Maybe not for dipping cookies in, but for many other forms of snacking. Spicy
It's
nacho...
also good for dipping your toes in.
Yeah, don't dip your toes in it. That's probably unwise. Okay, just... All right.
You could, but you better hope you're not sharing it with anybody.
Yeah, that gives double dipping a really, really bad name. So let's just not do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I'll expand out the hill here a little bit more, but is it with the tower? Is it sort of is being embraced by the hillside? It's sort of a loving embrace, you know. Okay. Sorry, my glasses are digging into my nose in a way that's really uncomfortable. Okie dokie. You know, it's, you know, eyesight problems. That's what happens, you know. In my case, I got old. Some of you have had eyesight problems forever. I feel your pain now. In my case, I can't focus on things that are close anymore, so... Yeah, so that's how that goes. All right, so this is definitely pink. Now, it is definitely and ridiculously pink. Also, it is sort of a very pink prison because I can't get out of it. I suppose there are worse types of prisons in the world, but I'm not entirely sure Barbie jail is where I want to be, so... Okay, so that's I think that's going to be a start. Okay, and having a little bit of a tower here that just looks down on the rest of this courtyard is going to be cool. I mean, it might even come over here, put in like a couple of picnic tables, you know, a couple of throw pillows, a TV news reporter, you know, something fun like that, right? All right, so now I had a strange thought. Now, one of the things I was considering here, right? I need to break up the pink. All right, it is exceptionally bright, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but it is definitely bright. Now, what I've done in the past when I've built something like this, I've done like purple stripes like at floor level. Some fun door options. But I was also looking at this and thinking that what if I did something to the towers, right? Right, because I've got these corners, right? They're just part of the roundness of the tower. What if I replace that with a different material? Okay, so instead of pink there, I could put in magenta, right? Who was Blue's friend in Blue's Clues, for those of you who remember such things. Right, so I could do that. I could also put in like go really fun and put in like some black concrete or blue of some sort. I could do white. I could also do obsidian, which would make for an interesting contrast. I think black concrete would be too solid, right? If you catch what I'm saying. Blackstone would be really cool if I had it. But I don't, so I'll just have to do without.
Pillar quartz.
Pillar quartz could be interesting.
Because I was thinking white, but if you don't want something too solid, then I think concrete would be out of the question.
Right, but the pillared quartz.
Is still very white.
And if I do the pillars, that could be interesting. What? All right. So that's the next question. Do I have quartz? If not, I may have to take a trip to the quarry. Vault. There we go. Let's see. I know I have a little bit of quartz. I had... There's a block. Ah, gee, it's all of these white things, isn't it? All right. All right. All right, I got this. All right, so I have to quartz it up first, right? Block it all up. And then, what do I have to do? Slab it and then pillar it? Or how does this...
So.
Slab it and... No, that's chiseled. All right. Pillar. Well, okay then. Fine. Okay, well, let's get some more quartz here. See what we can do. Four is probably better than 3. Just Minecraft likes to work that way. So, all right, so let's grab some more quartz blocks. Fabulous. All right, back out of the crafted. There we go. And let's just pillar up a whole bunch of quartz. Okay, now. All right, back to the project. Oops. Hey, move my finger onto the right keys. There we go. So what if I were to come in here? All right, we'll take this out. And put in the quartz pillars like this. All right, now this is going to do a couple of things. As I mentioned, it's going to break up the pink, and it's going to give a little bit of texture, right? Which is, I love concrete for the solid color. That actually looks pretty good. I like that. All right, we'll go with that. Breaks up the color, gives it a little bit of texture, and that's wonderful. All right, so that's going to go up that way. This pillar doesn't exist. So come in over here, do the same thing. Okay, right, we'll just run these lovely quartz pillars right up the stack. All right, I'll now take a moment and fall off the wall because that leads to much better builds than you might otherwise have had. Okay, right, so Yes, and that gives just the right feel for the, hey, this house belongs to a certain doll was somewhat strange body measurements, but you know, let's not body shame anybody. You know, Barbie's just she is who she is, and we'll just have to accept her for that. All right. But yeah, I think that was a good call on the pillared quartz there, Brenna. Okay, now I do need to get some more land underneath that, but for now,
Usually I forget about the textured quartz blocks.
right, because you got the pillared quartz, you also get some chiseled quartz, right, like this, which will be good in a few places too. In fact, let's make a few of those. And what if I take these and let's just throw a few of them down. Now, I don't know quite where I want the door to be. Let's put it right over here. Okay. Does that makes a fun little... Actually, what that might be good for, it would be the floor inside the house.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? That would be fun. All right. So outside, maybe I'll do something else. I'm going to have to go mine out so much quartz. So much. Good news is I can. There is quartz ore in the quarry. Boy, it's just going to be so much quartz. All right, you can do it. And if inside the towers, I do the pink glazed terracotta, rather than the quartz, then I'll have a nicer floor, I think. And it won't blend into the tower, these parts of the pillars quite as much. Right? That makes sense? Sure. Okay, so we'll do floor that's like this. All right. Now, I still need to still need some sort of doorway. And actually, as I'm looking at this, I think I want it over a little bit here. And I don't know if I want it to be... I think I only want it to be one block, a single door. I don't think I want double doors here. Okay, so what I'm going to need is, again, a material for a porch. Now, birch tends to work pretty well with it because it's a nice light color, right? It's a little yellow, but, who is it, right? All right, so I could run a little bit of birch this way. Take that out for a minute. All right. Let's see now. Okay, so I could run some birch that way. Ooh, actually, what might be good? Let's just take some birch. I'm gonna run it all the way down here. Okay. Okay, see what's going on here? Let's go ahead. I'm going to take this out. Go ahead and dig up a little bit of this here. I'm going to need some more birch. I need more birch, please. Please, I need some more. Well, friends, I don't think I have birch. This was my dumping... Oh, I have some birch planks. Sweet. I also want to come in here. I want to create some birch stairs. I'm going to craft a bunch of them. Okay, which means I've now used up most of my birch planks, but that's okay. So here's what I think I'm going to do. Is first off, I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to drop some birch right here. Okay, now let's craft a few of those. All right, because I want to put some stone brick here. Just bring the tower down a little bit. Okay. All right, and we'll take that out and continue the wall. Okay. So what I have going on here right now is a front porch, which is lovely. Okay, it's a nice porch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run some upside down stairs here. And by upside down, I mean where the angle goes the other way. Okay, that stair did not get the memo. Neither did that one, but I might be willing to blame that on my own falling off of the hill. This time, however, it's the stairs' fault. Okay. Totally is. You know, I can't be blamed for that. All right. Now, let's come in here. I have an axe, which will make this a little bit easier. All right. So let's actually take this out too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. Just make this porch just a little bit wider. Like that. Okay? Yeah. Let's go ahead and put those stairs there. Okay? So now there's the front porch. Now I could put, and probably will put, a railing. Some flavor of fence right along this, maybe not over the stairs, but right over these upside down stairs. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be a nice front porch, right? So you're coming through here, right? And you come in and you start to see this pink monstrosity. My goodness, what is that thing? And then you see the rest of the park and you say, oh, okay, cool. But what is that thing? Okay, you know, because you gotta sort of keep it mellow. Right? All right, so we'll go something along those lines. Okay, and just to keep things like that. Now, yeah, and I'll put the doorway on the front of that block. Right. Sure, that'll make sense. Makes total sense. All right, cool. All right, so that's, you know, the door itself will almost certainly be birch. If I had the mushroom wood from 116, I might use something along those lines. But for now, let's go ahead and just use the birch door. Okay. It'll match the floor anyway. All right, so that is really pink. Let's do something about that. The other thing I'm going to do in this is the doors are going to be quite a bit higher. Or the ceilings are going to be higher. If you have higher doors, they're harder to get in and out of. Okay. And that can be a problem if you're trying to maintain some form of accessibility. You know. All right. So let's take... something here. Now, what sort of something do I want? First off, I'm going to dump the acacia. That's not going to be helpful at the moment. let's take some magenta. And let's take some purple. Oh, yeah, I'll bring some blue with me too. Since I've got it, it's there. Now we want to do a little bit of a highlight around this door, but I think I want to make it just a touch wider. So let's start by taking out these pink blocks. Okay. All right, so those are out. Now, if I put the magenta, preferably in the right place, but see, that's going to be a little bit too normal. Oh, I wonder as I wander to the crafting table. Oh, what glazed terracotta would look really cool. Alright, so let's say we do something. Alright, let's take a look at, say, magenta. Right, the magenta terracotta, glazed terracotta. Alright. Wow, that's so that would be this one. Right. Okay, now the magenta is the arrows, which is not what I want. Now the purple is this fun little pattern, which is okay. I already know white. So, hey, stay still. Oops. Okay, so white is, like where is that? White is the, that is the yellow, right? Which I don't want. The yellow and the pink is just not going to go as well. The light gray gets a little bit of this, which could be interesting. Let's see. What do we got? Right. We got blue. Maybe. Yeah. No, that's. Brown is just wrong. Green. Not with the pink. Cyan, maybe. Yellow is way too yellow. We got light green is, or the lime is just. No. Yeah. Because I kind of like the idea of doing a terracotta. Right? Black could be fun, but again, I think a little bit too much. But maybe the purple. Some purple glazed terracotta. And if I take it and sleep for a minute, because, again, sleep is good. People like sleep. But if I take the purple and run it... Hey, Augie, how's it going? Whoa. I heard somebody. I heard that. Where you been? Alright, let's just... Oh, yeah, they're all bursting into flames out here. Cool. It's a good place for them to be, really. Okay, here, you shoot that spider. There we go. I'm doing okay. I can't complain. It's been a pretty reasonable day. Couple of excess skeletons, but who doesn't have a few excess skeletons, right? All right. Hopefully your day is going well. All right. So now we got rid of them. Let's come back here. Back to the pink house of pinkness. All right, so yeah, if I do glazed terracotta in these gaps, say the purple glazed terracotta. Nah, not really. Okay. Now, I mean, I could just come in. Now, this might work, right? I could come in with blue. Oh, your parents won't let you get GTA. Well, can't say I blame them. The blue's not too bad either, but I think the... Yeah, let's go get the purple. I think the texture of the purple glazed terracotta is definitely going to be the way to go here. All right, let's jump to the vault. And, drop off a... Oh, well, yes, the string would be the other reason I've got no space. That's not where I was keeping string. Where was I keeping? Over here. Okay. Yay. Okay, yeah, so there's the magenta. It's magenta concrete, which is great. All right, so I'm going to have to cook this. Well, that's it. Do I still have purple dye? I might. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. Oh, crafting table. That's purple concrete. Purple terracotta. That's what I'm looking for. You know, this, that furnace is going to be a problem because I'm out of fuel. And I haven't felt the need to run to the nether to fill it up. So, just meander over here. We'll just head to the furnace over here in the jungle. I mean, it's a nice furnace. And, there it is. We'll just let this cook over here for a minute. While that's cooking, let's go take care of some cows. Replenish my leather supply a little bit. Oh, those are still little cows. That's it. Baby cows are not nearly as tasty. And they're not good for leather. We must wait till they grow, and then we will kill them and wear their skins. Which is not at all creepy, really. Okay. That should just about do it, I think. I'll make sure I didn't miss a couple. That's right. Gotcha. Gotcha. Fabulous. Alright, well that's lovely. Oh, lovely section of cow going on there. Wait for those to grow up while my terracotta cooks. Which will be nice because, you know, that's the whole point I'm here, right? Cooks fairly fast when you've got... The stack cooks fast when you've got 7 furnaces working on it. How am I doing on fuel for these guys? Probably okay. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Now, it would be nice if I could, you know, auto-compress the charcoal into coal blocks, but that's okay. Got it. It's fine. He's totally okay. He's totally okay. Okay. Let's say, did any of them grow up while I was waiting? Because those 5 seconds were totally enough that they would do that. Oh, rat. All right, all right. Let's, that door looks so lonely. All right. Slap a little dirt down here so I have something to work off of. All right, so now if I take this terracotta, I think I want it like that. Yeah. And then, see, this is why I don't like working with terracotta. It's a real pain to get in the right place. Yeah. Okay, so, which way did I not face? This way, I think. All right. Well, that's not too bad. Right? Drop this, that way. Right, just drop this in here. Right, it's that way. This one goes that way. And this one is placed from the other side like that. Now, it's a little funky in here, but that's okay. Can deal with that. That's not a bad little front. Though, given that I'm going to be dealing with some taller ceilings in this building, partly because I've got some ideas for chandeliers that I want to put in, which are a little bit taller, so I need some more space. Yeah, it's not bad, but I think I want to frame it a little bit better. All right, so let's take this out. Okay. And let's do this. Let's take some of the pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those in the house, but I'm going to put them in sort of a frame here. So, right, so that goes that way. Well, since I'm here, this one goes that way. I can't stand right. Apparently, standing is too hard. I can't do it. Okay. And then this one goes in like that. Right, so if we do something like this. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. It's also, sorry for smacking the microphone there. That's, I don't know. It's just weird. All right. Yeah, I mean the purple is okay as a contrast, something like that. I can't complain too much. But yeah, let's just bring this over down like that. Okay. Yeah, that is just wrong. Totally and completely. I like the purple glazed terracotta in theory, but in practice, that is not going to cut it. It's just wrong. Okay, so let's try a little bit of something else. Because, you know, this is ridiculously crazy. Now what I could do, which isn't unusual, right? And since I'm using it elsewhere, let's take this out. Now let's take our pillared quartz. Okay, and let's bring it up like this. Okay. Now, fairly typical, right? I mean, that is a fairly typical design, but I think that's going to be too close to the door. Go ahead and sleep here a little bit. I don't build with color often. It's a fun challenge. Because I do a lot of this stuff, right? Lots of grays and stuff. You know, stone works well. This was kind of weird. But working with the concrete and all this, it's just got its own special breed of weird. Okay, so let's take this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a gap between the quartz and the door. Okay. Now, it may make the door somewhat too easy to walk through, because, hey, why walk through the door when you've got these big gaps, right? No, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the quartz across the top here like this. All right. No, even better. Let's do this. Take this out. I have a better idea. It is an idea which I think is better. And I'm going to stick it out here. Right, we're going to have ourselves some a little bit of three-dimensional building. And I think take some of this chiseled here. And let's put the chiseled. Now, the quartz I can build stairs out of, so that can be helpful. But I'm going to put it there in the corners. Okay. Now what I can do is if I take some magenta, okay, not pink, but take some magenta here. All right, run it around this way a little bit. Okay. Now I've got a little bit of depth, right? That door bugs me. It bugs me in a way that it should. It has no reason at all to bug me. Just toss that for a minute. Now, I no idea why having the door open this way feels better. But it does. So we'll go with it. Now that looks wrong and I want to put it back. I don't know. Heck, I could put a chocolate bar there, right? Take one of the dark oak doors and call that good. Something like that, right? It's a thing. It's totally a thing. Now, I sort of feel like I want to take... I don't have birch fence, but if I put some birch fence in here to hang some lantern... Oh, no. No. What if I took some pink glass and then hung... this is going to be cool. All right. Do I have pink glass? Survey says no. That would be a pretty solid no from the survey. But, who can trust surveys these days anyway, right? All right, let's take a stack of glass. Jump back to the vault. All right. Pick up my dark oak planks too. Because they're not really doing me any good there. They're not doing me any good at all. So, I still have pink dye. This is wonderful and fabulous at the same time. Let's just craft up some. Well, that's not right. I've got some red. Well, there we go. Well, that's wrong. There we go. Let's see. Oh, first pink dye. That would be helpful. Sometimes I do not understand me. Which, maybe the rest of the world feels that way too. But, all right, so now what I want to do is get some panes. All right. So here's the way this is going to work. Is I'm going to load up the panes. And let's see, I need some end rods. Okay, cool. So this is how this is going to work. I'm going to put some of these pink panes right along the top here like that. Okay, now let's take the end rods, drop one there like that, and one right up there like that. Okay. Okay, that's definitely a thing. I feel like maybe a little bit of something. What would be kind of cool is if I don't really want to spread this out more, but if I did, to put those rods in, they're sort of like this. Let me show you. Put a rod there. Grab a little dirt for a minute. Throw a rod here. Oops, hang on. I gotta move away from this. Okay. Right, throw those in there. Oops, and then take that out. Right, so you get this sort of pink thing there, but from just where it is and stuff, right next to the wall, all that stuff, that's just not gonna work, right? If I put this concrete back, right, you can see it latches out, and then it just sort of throws off the look a little bit. So I'm gonna skip that, but it's an idea for a little bit later. Okay, wonderful. I brought the dye with me. Well, that's okay. Okay. But yeah, this is... I do like it, right? I like the way the glass goes in. I wish I could tell it to not bind to the wall behind it, but I can't. So we'll go with it. Okay, it's a nice little entryway, though. Let's see. Let's see what it would look like if I took out the bottom pillar and just put in the chiseled. That might be a little bit nicer. Yeah, a little bit. Now, it's nice of them to line up the chisels with some of the lines on the pillars. It would be nice if it lined up with more of them, but hey, you know, you can't have everything, right? Okay, so we've got ourselves a little bit of an entryway there. Great. Now, let's go get some more. Let's go pick up our concrete. Right, because nothing says fun like ridiculous amounts of pink concrete. I will absolutely be doing pink and or magenta windows in this building. As soon as I figure out where they're going to go. Right? That's a thing. You just don't know. No, we don't know everything as much as we'd like to. I'm not a teenager anymore. I don't know everything. That's just the way of the world. It's the way it works. If you are in that boat where you're a teenager who knows everything, cherish that time. Take advantage of it. Be awesome. Of course, you should be awesome no matter where you're at in life, but still. Where that block is in life, though, is just wrong and needs to be removed. Okay? I hate to do it to a nice block like that, but it really does need to not be where it is. All right. So we'll just slide this here, right? So I'm bringing these walls up. They're really high, okay? And they're really boring. Okay, let's not forget the boring part of this. Okay, I mean, they're bright pink, but they are, in fact, boring as all heck. And I'm fairly convinced heck is boring by design. So You know, it was intentionally boring, so not unlike school. All right, let's dig out a little bit of this hill here. Okay. And since the stars have come out, it's either bedtime or the Oscars are starting. I'm not entirely sure which. But given that we're dealing with COVID, I'm guessing bedtime is more likely. Award shows are just not high on people's lists today. All right, so let's just see. You can tell I like framing doors. You know, it tends to give you a fun look, but anyway, as I was saying, let's now I'm just going to run this across the top here. Well, all right, more concrete. I can definitely see I'm going to have to spend some time off camera getting more pink concrete because wowzers, it takes a lot of material here to do what I'm doing. I thought I had diorite in one of these boxes. Apparently not. So, okay. That's fair. That's just perfectly fine. Wunderbar. Oh, Mandolin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for that raid. You are awesome. And hopefully the rest of your stream went well. Getting all settled into your new island over there in Animal Crossing. Okay. You know, I need to check what is timing out all of the emotes. I don't know if it's Stream Elements or if it's Mix It Up. I need to look. And Aiden, thank you for the follow. I see it. It'll pop here in a minute, I'm sure. All right, so. Yeah, man. That is awesome and amazing. I definitely appreciate that. All right. I am aware of all of the timeouts from emotes. You know, now I'm curious because I do have Stream Elements doing a little bit. Unfortunately, it's well, actually, let me double check. I've got a couple of different things that could be timing it out. So Stream Elements is probably the easiest thing. It's here somewhere. Let's see. Stream Elements. Elements. I cannot type. It's a good thing this isn't on stream because the website I just pulled up was actually Stream Elements. It wasn't a bad typo that took me to a bad site. It's one of those things I laugh. Stop that. I laugh about a little bit. Way back in the day, back in the early days of the internet. Spam filters. There we go. The White House was really bad. Ah, there it is. Emote protection. Advanced settings. Ah, yes, there it is. Let's jump that up. We'll make it 16. That should just about do it. Cool. Yeah. There we go. Now you can emote all the day long. It was set at 8. Well, you know, all of the emote rates. Well, so the official oh yes, please eat. Definitely gonna need that. I mean, that one ice cream bar you had, I'm sure couldn't have tided you over forever. Yeah, so the official website of the White House is whitehouse.gov, right? Wonderful. Well, some entrepreneur went out and grabbed whitehouse.com and turned it into a site that is not or was not family friendly. I think in the years since it has been reclaimed for government uses. Whether it's still family friendly or not is debatable, but all right. Okay, so this is where this tower is going to be. So over here, this is the plan, right? We're going to have obnoxious pink and white tower from the house sticking out through these hills on the side. While on the inside, the rest of the house, which is part of this theme park, is going to be over here and be great and joyous and stuff, right? That is the plan. Such great plans are being had here. All right, and obviously it's really plain, kind of flat and boring. I'm going to be doing some touch-ups and things. Put in a few windows and such. But right now, I'd like to just frame it out first before I put in the more of the decorative touches. Because it just gives me a nice view of where things are going, right? Absolutely. Yes, it does. It's so fun and exciting. All right. So that's the start. Now, it's off-center, right? Obviously, from this wall, partly because this is in the way. I want to have room over here to work with. And then I'm going to build in, I'm going to put some floor in. For a good chunk of this floor, wow, it's really bright, is this chiseled, ivory is the wrong word, quartz. That's the word. I remembered. The chiseled quartz is going to be a lot of the floor here. And then I'll have a nice pathway in, and I'll clean up and tidy up this lovely pool. Because you totally know that a ridiculously pink and white house would have an indoor pool. That's just the way of things. All right, so let's take a little bit of more concrete here and just lay this out. Okay. Now, how that works, what that's going to look like, I don't know yet. I'll figure out something. But for now, there it is. And that's the important thing. All right, so we've got this a little bit. What is next? The next is to see how tall this is going to be. Now, I mentioned I was going to have some taller chandeliers inside this building, right? So the idea is I'll jack this up here. Right, what am I at? This is 4 blocks, probably another 1 or 2, something along those lines, right? And that'll give me space to drop a couple of, fancy pants chandeliers. Okay. Continue the quartz floor here. I'm going to do some pink terracotta floor inside the towers. Staircase will be against this wall to whatever happens on the second floor. And so it'll just sort of tower up that way. Right? Nice and fun, exciting, and very, very pink. All right. But that's fine. It's totally fine. Nothing at all is wrong with this much pink. All right, then when this is done, yeah, this will be good. I'll put in the aquarium over here, which will be a little more blue, with all sorts of swimming things, which will be great. I really do want to put a little bit of something else along the base of that. I just don't know what. Maybe it'll depend. As I clean out and clean up this pool and turn it into more of a fountain, might actually move it over this way so that Mount Drooly can enter into it. That'll work. I can live with that. Okay, great. All right, so I've got pink concrete, so let's just get that up. No. Swords are wonderful things. Not so great at taking down walls, but pretty, really great at taking down my bank account. Man, I would. There are so many swords out there I would love to buy if I had the money. Sadly, sadly, such things are not in my budget right now. I was happy I was able to finally get a new webcam ordered, which is nice. Not that this one I'm using is particularly bad, but it's got some frame rate issues. Right, I stream at 60 FPS. This camera can only do 30, so if it seems a little weird, that would be why. Either that or it's the person in the webcam. That would also be a reason for it to seem a little weird. But, yeah, so looking forward to that. Was looking for getting a Razer Kaio. And they've been out of stock forever. But they had a little, hey, drop an email or give us your email and we'll let you know when it's back. Well, they emailed me yesterday. Said, hey, it's back. Order now. I said, yes, I will. Now it was officially as a pre-order, so I won't ship until the end of the month, and then a week after that. But still, I'm excited. Okay, so this is getting up there. All right. Now, this could be the spot. For those of you who weren't here, you probably don't remember. I was playing with some purple things. Purple glazed terracotta to line this doorway. Well, that didn't work out so well. But putting a little bit above the door there, sort of like a coat of arms, that would be intriguing. So let's grab the terracotta. Yes, friends, we are going to terracotta. Okie dokie. We are coming in here. Oh, the drawback is I made this one block wide for the door. This is an odd number. Terracotta comes in squares. Well, that's unfortunate. That's just...
Our situation has not improved.
Okay, well, that's a thing. Let's try something else then. All right. What else? Ooh, okay. I think I've already established that I do not have any sort of diorite in here, except for maybe a couple of blocks. Yeah, this is all stone and more stone and stone, which is awesome, but not at all what I'm looking for. All right. Oops. Move my fingers. Now I can't move my person. It's a problem. I don't know if you have this problem as you've gotten older, but yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and polish up all of this concrete, all this diorite. Now, what I want to do is slide around here to the stone cutter, and let's just take this one, turn all of this into stairs. Okay. So the problem I've got with those walls, I guess I could teleport back. Or I could just hit back, which would be good too. I'm sorry, Sprite. I have totally forgotten about back. Okay. So what I could do here is let's come up. Well, I'll drop the die right there. And now let's come in with some upside down stairs here. Not entirely sure this is going to give me the look I want. But I'll run this across anyway, and let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Let's try something else here now. Now, I've been using the pillared quartz, and that's worked okay. I have some blue, which would be all right too. But it might all be a little dark. Now, what I've done in the past, I built a Barbie house years ago on the in my PlayStation world. And it worked out. Oops, that was blue. Let's try purple. Okay. And the purple works pretty well. Okay. I can come up here, right? Thanks to the power of flight. Which, if you have the option to just spontaneously take to the air and travel rather than walking, you might want to do that because honestly, it's kind of nice. It's not too bad, though. I might, that's 2 blocks up. Wow, that's pink. Okay. I might want to move it down a little bit. But I think that's going to be okay. I think so. I'm not going to extend that into the tower. The tower I want to leave the pink and white. Right? So this is going to continue around this way. I'm almost certainly going to put a little bit more texture of some sort into this tower. Right? It's... Oops. Texture not involving having random blocks just stick out of the middle of nowhere. That would be weird. Yeah, 3 Bob, that would be weird, and we don't want weird. No, we don't. No, we don't. This house is weird enough without that. Yes, it is. Okay, so I could run that. If I put in some windows, maybe frame it in the purple. Right, if I come in here... let's start this way. Okay, we'll take some of this out. I'll put in some glass, but... Okay, let's see how much of this I want to take out. Now, this is a big freaking window. Okay? And I don't have the floor because I need to get some more chiseled... Actually... Success! More chiseled quartz. Okay, sure. That's how that works. Okay, now the idea here, right? I'm standing up on this, but I can look out the window. Make it a big window, but let's frame it at least on the sides. Maybe not on the top, but on the sides, I'll frame it with purple concrete. Okay, that's gonna be fine and dandy. Yes. Actually, it kind of looks like curtains. All right. I can live with that. All right. So, we'll just slide in this way. Grab some... That's not going to be enough. Not enough. That'll be enough. All right. So, let's take some panes. Now this is also going to add to the texture because it's flat and not, because it's not blocks, right? Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Now I could do a number of things, maybe along the top edge. I wish I could had more color options for some decorative things, but for now we'll go with that. But it's not horrible, right? Sure. Now, as you can see the gray stone through the glass. Obviously, that's going to have to come out and have to do some flavor of wall inside all of that, because that's how that works. Yes, it is. That's how that works. Okay. But I like that. I think that's actually going to be a nice look. I might do something similar inside the towers. Right, these are only 3 wide. But what I could do is like a purple top and bottom with some pink glass in between. All right, I need to figure out what I'm adding here. All right, just run some of this quartz right through here. I must be near the kitchen. Somebody's stomach is growling, you know. Getting all grumbly out there. Yes, yes. All right, so if I come out right here. What up? 3, right? Yep. And then, where is that? Chunk, chunk, chunk. Right there. Yes, friends. This is how this works. All right. Yes, for those of you who have come from Amanda's stream and have watched some of her Minecraft stuff, I am playing on her server. So if you're on the server as well, you can just zip on over to my space. I'm labeled. My username is Pearlstalker, so if you happen to be on the server there, that's who I am. Okay. Right, there we go. Some nice bright pink windows. I've got that. I want to just run a little bit of dirt along this way. I might even expand that out just a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to expand it out. It's not even a might about it. I'm going to do it. Partly because what I was thinking of doing is maybe putting like a picnic table or something out here. All right. Sure. All right. Okay, that means I've got... Sorry, I'm just going to salvage a little... I don't know where all those monsters are, but I'm sure they're eager to get into this theme park when it's done. You know, they're going to love it. It's going to be great. Ooh, that's going to be... Sorry, I had thoughts and dreams, and I'm not sure they melded into anything. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just grab a quick nap here and have all sorts of fun. Right? Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So we got this, right? Sorry, what I was thinking I might do is do the honey lights again. Right? So I was playing with these on the stream on Tuesday. Right? So these types of things where you drop a honey block over a light source. In this case, it's a sea lantern, but, you know, whatever. Dude. Okay, I didn't need that. I didn't ask for you to attack me. I didn't. I didn't need your hyper-aggressive, smelly body coming at me. No. Silly spider. Anyway, as I was saying, I take those types of honey lights, maybe, and drop them in here with some other type of... Okay, no. You did not pay for a ticket. You don't get to be here either. Okay. Right, so I could do something along those lines to light this archway up. I could even put yeah, I don't know. Definitely some ideas to play with here. Not entirely sure what, but if I put some honey lights there, I could even put honey blocks up this way with, if I put end rods on them, right? Coming down, maybe across the top, something along those lines. That could be interesting. Or I can continue this arch inside the thing here too. That would be fine, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Where's the floor? Okay. Floor is over here, which means this level is just a touch high. Okay. You know, and that's, you know, probably not allowed in the park, okay? We don't need floors getting high in our park. Just saying. Okay. Alright, let's grab some pillars here. And I'm going to do the same thing here that I was just talking about on the other side. I'm going to do diorite, or not diorite. A word. Oh, the pressure of words. The words that do not cry out to me. The pink glazed terracotta. Put that in. And it'll be great fun. Okay. Oh, this is sticking out, and so does this. You know, it's... Really, it's... so pink. Alright, I mean, I get it. That was sort of the idea, but still. Now, I was toying with the idea of instead of putting purple up there, putting obsidian, right? So you get that black and purple swirly going. Crying obsidian would be even better, but that doesn't exist yet, so we'll go without it for now. Hum, hum, hum. This is a deep hum of humminess. All right. Sweet. So, let's go ahead, and continue the purple around this way. Because it's a nice and friendly shade of purple. You know, it's a purple that says, I'm here, and I'm okay with that. Right. Now, I don't know about the rest of you. Sometimes I have those moments where the fact that I'm here, I'm not entirely okay with that. You know, I've had, you know, like work parties and things like that. You know, it's like I have to be here. It seems like a place I should be, but I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with that. All right, so that's going that way, and then I am digging wall into this cliff, so apparently get to bring purple right across there like that. All right, so I get to dig out more of that wall, and it's going to be great. Totally wonderful. Absolutely. All right, so when you're out here, right, so that's going to just be sort of sticking up. And as I said, I may come in here with some form of window to look out this way, but I'm not entirely sure what that's going to look like. As I said, sort of the a vertical form of those, right? So I've got the, I suppose you could think of this as vertical if you wanted to, but I'm thinking of it as horizontal, where the window goes horizontal, you get the purple on the sides to frame it, okay? And then if I came in here, and that's not the material I'm going to use, but we'll stick it there anyway. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. All right, so if I took purple like that, and then just conveniently enough have 2 glass panes, so we'll stick those in there. Right, and let's sploosh down here. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I could live with that. Now, what might be good over that too would be a banner, but I don't think so. You can't. I'd have to use blocks to make that work right, because if I put a banner, or if you put a banner over the panes, it's going to hover in front of the panes, and that's just going to look cheesy. Put it over blocks, and that might look a little bit better, but because at least then it's stuck to the block, right? It's not just floating out there forever. But he's better. He's better. Okay. Totally, totally wonderful. And not for the first time do I wish I could do concrete stairs and such. Oh, that would be nice. Concrete brick walls. I understand why they don't let you do that. Okay, but I kind of wish they did. Right, you know, just a little bit. Eh, all right, whatevers. So many evers are getting whatted. Actually, now as I'm looking at this, sorry, as I'm looking at this, I think the concrete is too low. Okay, so let's go put the concrete. Well, that's going to be a really hard window to look out of. I mean, sure, it looks like you'd want to look out this window, but instead you're just going to look at concrete. Right now, outside here, yeah, it's fine. But, yeah, so this is the joys of working in a narrow thing, right? Alright, so let's go ahead. Silly spider attacked me by taking up my inventory space, causing me continued pain and suffering. I think I'm going to have to speak to my father about this. Sorry, that was my Draco Malfoy impression. Alright, so, not a very good one, I admit, but, alright. So that just looks lame, but it's alright. Go with it for now. As I said, I think I'm going to move this pond. Bring it a little bit. Because I like having the water, right? But I think I'm going to move it this way. Also, as I fill in this little bit of ground here, right? As I mentioned on Tuesday, I want this to sort of fill in and be ground level. That one block was not exactly level, you know, so we've got to try to avoid that. But it's okay. He's full of joy and happiness anyway. Right, so now I suppose.
Very pink.
Oh, it is. I mean, that was the goal. The goal was make it pink and make it very pink. And so that I think I've succeeded in that goal.
Yeah.
Yes, that is definitely what I have done here today. Have you accomplished your goals today? Well, I wanted to make a house very, very pink. I think I have accomplished that.
Someday I want to make a village with like mansion type houses. Each one is a different color. So I have a red house, a lime green house.
Oh yeah.
It'll be very bright,
Oh.
and very obnoxious, and I'll probably have like a rainbow cathedral or something in the middle.
What, you know, concrete is fun to work with, right? Because you get all these cool colors and all this good stuff, right? The problem is that you only get blocks, right? You can't do concrete slabs. You can't do stairs. Can't do any of that. which makes it a real pain to work with at times. You have to get all of your fun other decorations using other blocks, but especially when you're working with a bright one like pink, it makes it really hard to make it work out right. So it's
Well, one of my favorite designs to do when it comes to like large varieties of color
okay.
is kind of like swirl the roof or floor or whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
So like I'll have around the edges it looks like vines, but
I need
especially
more.
if it's a really weird shaped building.
Oh, right.
Then if you just stick to the pattern, and after a little while, some of the colors will cancel out and it'll kind of swirl into the middle. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, you can do all sorts of fun stuff. You start swirling things. Oops, that's the wrong one. Start.
All you have to do is just go around the building, going color by color.
What am I looking for? Oh yeah,
Great.
craft some more paints. Yeah, you can have all sorts of fun with it. That was
The problem is it's really slow because you have to actually go around the building,
right.
not one color at a time.
Right. Well,
The result is worth it.
well, that was one of the things when I built the swirly buildings over in the jungle. With the way the different let's see, where's the floor? There's the floor. With the way the different materials all ended up working together, does that same type of thing. Yeah, for those of you who are curious, I've got a picture of it on the Instagram, which should be available in the at least some of those pictures should be available here on the About page on Twitch, but or you go to Instagram .com/music for gaming.
That's a very nice resolution.
It is a nice view of the airship, actually. Now it's not, but I mean, it will be, kind of. Yeah. It's a little... Oh, you know what? That's because the purple is too high. The purple is right at the floor. That's why this is... Okay. Time to fire the contractor. Okay. You. Okay, this comes out, and this comes out. Fortunately, it's silk touch, so the sound of failure isn't quite as meaningless or meaningful here, I guess. Okay, so this comes out this way. Some purple there, glass there. Yeah, so if you're standing right here, you know, yeah, you can get a reasonable view of the airship there, right? All right, let's fix this. One of these days, I'll actually put things in the right place the first time, and it's gonna be a shock. It's gonna be just crazy. People will write articles about it, right? Twitch streamer puts Minecraft blocks in the right place first time. Watch the replay. Be amazed. Okay. All right, well, that's cool. All right, so I need to expand this. I'm going to... Actually, with as tall as this is, maybe I'll just do the one story... Because these are, I said, big stories here. This is a big floor because I want taller chandeliers and stuff. But if I... And then I can build up the towers here a bit. Yeah. And that could be fun, because then I can do something like quartz stairs at the top to make that a thing. Of course, I put this... Yes, it's the other reason this house needs to stop here. These towers are going to go up maybe a little bit higher, maybe not, but I need to put tower toppers on top of this. And I was talking about on Tuesday building up some sort of like the Russian like teardrop style things they've got on top of the towers at like St. Peter's Cathedral and that type of thing. Something like that might be good, right? So, we'll go with that. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. Or it won't be, and that's okay too. Okay, so right. So what I'm going to need now is some roof. Oh yes, friends, I will be building a roof. Or at least a ceiling, or both. Let's see. One of these I put in... I had quartz. I thought I had some extra. Maybe I turned it all into stuff. I must have turned it all into stuff. Well, that's okay. It's just peachy. Oh, it's just peachy, especially too because it is about time for me to call it into the stream. Actually, as it is 8 o'clock and time for such fun and exciting things to happen. So I do want to fire up the end credits here. Roll credits. There they go. They happen. It's a thing. I want to thank all of you for watching today. For new followers, Aiden, you are awesome and amazing. You can also follow me on or subscribe on Patreon at patreon.com/musicfreegaming for exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff. Of course, you can also subscribe here on Twitch. Both are cool. I have no... Oops, I just tried to roll the credits again. That's fine. Either is fine. I'm happy with either. Whatever you can do. Or don't. Just follow and have a good time. You can also follow me on the social medias over there on Twitter and Instagram at Music Free Gaming for both of those. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Next stream is going to be Saturday, starting at 7:30 in the morning. That is Mountain Daylight Time. As I said, it's about 8 o'clock now for those of you who need to adjust your sundials. And I think what I'm going to do now is let's go ahead and say goodbye to the YouTube VOD. Hope you all have an excellent day. Be excellent to each other.